Hi, everybody. We're up against Chinese Petroleum today. This should look like a familiar team. We haven't made any changes. The computer, I should say the assistant manager, wants me to make all sorts of changes as usual, and we're not going to do it. Chinese Petroleum are in last place. They keep losing. We should be able to win this one easily. But last time I said that against Leopard Cat, we almost lost. So I mean, we'll see what happens, right? Hopefully, we'll be able to win this one easily, and we've got to be getting close to clinching the league. I think we have about, I don't know, maybe 6 matches left or so after this. So we're knocking on the door. Cai Yuting with an over to Linguanda, back to Cai Yuting, over to Bamba, and everybody else is losing to everybody else. We're the ones who's beating everyone. It's back with Cai Yuting again, and he lumps his forward over to Ocher Wei, and unfortunately, Ocher Wei again shows that he doesn't know how to bring the ball down. And I tell you, if we had a good striker, we would score a lot more goals with this setup. As it stands now, we're not scoring a whole heck of a lot. We need that striker and we need that left wing back. If we could solve both of those problems, we would be fine. I think I showed you Li Han before, who was on the under-18s team. I finally just completely released him. He had a whole bunch of bad performances, hadn't started a single match for the under-18s, and I was getting tired of yelling at him for not training well. Ocher Wei got that ball on a breakaway and unfortunately knocked that just wide of the goal, so it remains 0-0. And let's see if we can go back, get this ball back again, and make something happen. It's Linguanda with, after Cai Yuting won the header, over to Ocher Wei to Silla, and that's over to Ndaye, and unfortunately he can't quite get onto the front of that one, but there's Linguanda who goes over and intercepts, down to Bamba now, to Menegong, over to Silla, and there's the pass into Ndaye. That's an easy goal for him. I think he's onside. The flag doesn't go up. He's onside. That makes it 1-0 for Mars FC 15 minutes in. And that's the thing, right? So the striker won't strike, but you pass it over to Ndaye, and he'll do it in a jiffy. And this was a beautiful pass from Silla, and I mean, there's just nothing they can do about it. Nothing anybody could do about that. There's no possible way to stop that. Once he gets the ball in that position, it's going in the back of the net. 1-0 for Mars FC, and Ndaye is a great star player for us, and we need to get more players like that. Now let's see what we can do here. Cai Yuting heads it over to Ocher Wei to Linguanda, and is passed up to Ndaye again. And he almost scores his second, and it's blocked by the defender, and he passes to Silla, and that was a really good save by the goalie, because that was about to make it 2-0 for Mars FC and make this match into a laughter. Here is Menegong. None of the fans are here. I don't know if we have any fans. I don't know if anybody in Taiwan realizes what we're doing. And Bamba was shoved aside, and that will be a penalty. And it's going to be who to take him? Menegong, I think? Yes, Menegong will take this penalty, and he does, and he scores, of course. That's goal number 4. Yes, 4 of the season for Menegong. See, I know these things. I know this team really well. 2-0 for Mars FC, and we are starting to roll just like that. We'll see if we can get some more goals in there for Ndaye, who I believe is leading the league in scoring, which is interesting for a guy who's not a striker. What we really want is to get Kader Bamba to lead the league in scoring. If that happens, then we're really somewhere. Bamba goes back, speaking of which, and grabs that over to Menegong, back to Bamba. You'll notice that the really good players seem to touch the ball all the time, and there's the pass over to Ocher Wei, who doesn't touch it all the time, and he just misses again. Ocher Wei has problems. He has problems seeing straight. He has problems finding the net. Problems everywhere, and this is why I wonder how much longer we're going to stick with him, because he has not impressed me in any of these matches. And he has the ball here over to Cai Yuting. Cai Yuting to Bamba. And Bamba lumps this one forward again, looking for Ocher Wei, who decides just not to run for some inexplicable reason. So he gives up on that one. Menegong wins the interception, and he's looking down over to Linguanda. It was a pretty poor pass. He should have tried to cross that beyond him. And Silla here wins this one and lumps it forward to Ndaye, whose header is in for number 2 for him, and number 3 for Mars FC in this match. And a half hour into this, we have a commanding 3-0 lead. I told you we were favorites to win. And that was pretty cool by Du Xiaojie, but unfortunately his little frog header action is what set everything up, as Silla grabbed that and popped it over to Ndaye, who headed it over very easily. And it looks sometimes like we're playing in a completely different league and on a different level than all the other teams. Silla with this passes it forward, looking for Ocher Wei. Ocher Wei runs with it, and unfortunately that is blocked. It's was going to be with Menegong, but he lets it go out for a throw. I'm not sure why he did that, but I'm sure that there's some reason for him doing that. Take another look at this. That was a great forward pass for Ocher Wei, and he just needs to learn what time he needs to shoot that, right? He keeps waiting a little bit longer than he should, allows the defender to reach up to him. So That's the problem, and we're about 40 minutes in. Let's see if we can prevent them from scoring here. Huang Shengjie with the shot, and that ends up going back, and then Menegong is able to save that one just right off the line. And so we have gotten away with another one, I believe. It was Huang Runwei who shot that, and fortunately we were able to get around that and knock out that nonsense before it got to us. That'll bring us up to halftime. And we're going to go ahead and keep doing this. No changes to make, nothing to worry about. I am happy with how you are playing, except, of course, for Ocher Wei, who has done absolutely nothing again. That's been a pattern. So we'll see if we can wake him up. His goals, when he does score them, seem really fluky. It doesn't seem like he's really dominating anything. And we need players who can dominate. So we need somebody else. I really do think that it's time to get a different striker. I don't know what we're going to do about left wing back because there's not a whole bunch of guys we can get. Like I said, I'm thinking a lot about using a young player. Either that or we might want to consider if we have a really good player who's not on the squad yet, just retraining somebody. Either one of those would work. And once we win the league, it should be pretty easy for us to do one or both of those. So we'll see what happens. Bamba back to Li Chaba. That was a little bit close. Li Chaba here with the ball again. Over to Wang Chunjian. Yan Yiming now with it. Lumps it forward to Ocher Wei. Ends up over with Ndaye. Back to Yan Yiming. And it's a poor pass over to Ocher Wei. Okay, that time it wasn't his fault. There's just no way he's going to get to that one. You know, you knock it straight back to the keeper, why don't you? And the keeper might get an assist here. No, we're able to block that. Cai Yuting's able to get in front of that and block it, thankfully. So this ends up being another corner there for Chinese Petroleum. And Huang Shengjie knocks that one forward, and it's headed away, and that's going to be into that. Menegong now grabs this one, kicks it over, looking for Silla. It was not much of an effort by Silla to try to get back onto that one. He kind of gave up on it as soon as he saw where it was hit. And so we still are looking for the interception. They're playing that little triangle now, and then they pass it over to the other side. So you can see that their wing play is at work over to Huang Runwen, and his shot is over everybody's head, and that'll be out for a goal kick. So now we have about 25 minutes left in this match, and hopefully we'll be able to just hold on. It'd be nice to get a couple more goals, though, honestly. I mean, 3-0 doesn't feel as dominating as it should. Bamba with the ball here in the back. And he passes that over to Menegong to Silla, and there's Ocher. He's got to score this. Got to be able to. Yeah, and he doesn't score. He just kind of gets a little toe onto it, and that's it. He doesn't really kick it with any sort of force. I mean, you got to shoot it from where you get it, man. You know, he doesn't touch the ball until right there. We'll shoot right there, right? You don't have to keep running forward. What were you trying to do? And so, unfortunately, Ocher Wei is demonstrating that he's not a good striker, and he seems uninterested in the match. He's going to become interested in a hurry when he realizes that I'm going to fine him, and I'm going to threaten to kick him off the team, because that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. I'd rather go back to the retired guys, or the guys who are going to retire, than deal with that nonsense. There's got to be a better striker here. I can believe that there are no left backs, but there's got to be a better striker than this this lovely person. Here's Huang Runwen, and he passes over that one over to Chiu Han, who scores, and that's going to make this a 3-1 match. And that's what seems to happen here at the later stage of the match. We play well, and you can see what happens here. We start getting lazy, and instead of guarding the guy, we start chasing after the ball, and we're always a step or two behind. And so it's 3-1 now, Mars FC. So much for the clean sheet. That means that we save money. Yan Yiming's having another poor match. He's going to ensure, I think, that he gets fined every single match from here on out. And we'll do that if we need to. We'll just not pay him at all. Might as well, if that's the way he's going to play. You really want to get paid? I mean, his salary is 0. But if you really want to earn that 0, you better go show up when it's time to show up. And let's see if we can get this ball off of them. And it's Huang Runwen now with it again in another scoring position. He, fortunately for us, misses. That was a really, really embarrassing miss. I mean, that should have been an automatic goal. I'm not sure how he misses this one, right? He gets the ball right there, excellent position, moves it up, and then, I mean, he doesn't know where the goal is. So it remains 3-1 for Mars FC. And we only have a couple of seconds left here to get through this. There's a corner for them from Huang Shengjie. Steps back and fires. Here he goes. He doesn't seem to know how much time is left. And that is headed out. And it goes back to Huang Shengjie, who decides to cross it. And Menegong wins it. And we have only a matter of seconds left here. So all we have to do is stave off this massive attack. They're putting everybody forward, and it's not helping them that as much as they think it would. That helps, though. Yang Yiming, instead of corralling the ball and slowing it down, decides to do nothing. And then our keeper, Li Chaba, for whatever reason, decides to knock that one as far back as he can. I'm not quite sure why he did that other than out of frustration, I guess. I don't know what the strategy was there. And so they continue their attack, and that is the end of the match. We've won this one 3-1, 2.59 XG to their 1.53. That's better than yesterday's performance. Only 50% of the possession. It doesn't really matter because they didn't do anything with their possession, and we looked pretty good. There you have it. Fine coming up for Ocher Wei. You know how it is. Talk to you later. Bye.